Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so no intros or outros towards this video or channel today, but if any of you guys truly care about my content, commentary on this channel, truly give a rat's ear about my stuff, like, share, comment, the bell notification, share it around, go on my Twitter, Instagram, all the other good stuff, just in case, like I always do say, but before that, just in case the algorithm messed me up, but just in case like, share, hit the bell notification, you could maybe possibly give me hype points, and of course, really give a lucky rappers right or left foot about my content on this channel. Subscribe, please. Begging you on my knees, subscribe. As I said before, I was like, in this case, YouTube algorithm screwed me over, throttled, finagled, or messed around my channel and screwed me over and made me invisible. It'd be great if any of you guys could really, my old school peoples that were since day freaking one, freaking original subscribers, my viewers, my watchmen woman on the wall, my fanboys, fangirls, my watchers, my freaking what else, followers, audience retention people, digital family out there, people that had my freaking back since way back in my old school critical viralization days from 2008-09. You were there for me from way back when, in the late 2000s, early 2010s up to now, and almost 2027 pretty soon. That'd be great as hell if you could resubscribe to the channel, or just leave a comment, or spread it on either Twitter, Instagram, even places I don't really give too much of a crap about, like hell, Kick or TikTok or anything like that. I'd still be grateful as hell if you do that for me. Unless it's a one and done thing, never can ever see me again. I totally don't get it, totally understand that. It's totally water in the bridge, totally bright and bushy tails, it's all classy, all flashy, it's all gravy. Totally understandable. I'm totally calm, cool, collective. I'm chill with that. I'm peace. I'm content with that. 70, 80, 90 million billion other people could watch beside myself. Completely chill with that. Anyways, this one here, I know not only do I have one, I have two of them. I think one was from August 4th or 5th or 6th. It was probably during July 25th when the whole San Diego Comic-Con thing was happening. I just didn't have enough time to get to it because I had like 3 full weeks I had to do overtime. So the reason you didn't see that many videos, not much in July, plus I was taking my trip out to San Jose and Riverside, California for a little bit to hang out with my cousins for a little while. I haven't seen them in like a year and a half. And before that, I hadn't seen them about 6 or 8 years. A while ago before that time. So it was real good times. I got to catch up with them and all that good stuff. Had some real good, authentic Guatemalan, Salvadorian, Mexican food, which I rarely ever get to have here in Vegas. Even though just shit ton of Spanish Latinos live out here too. But I don't know, maybe it's because like the soil's a lot more different in California, and they're literally right next door to Tijuana's at, and Guatemala, and freaking other places like Honduras and Mexico and all those other Latino countries, since they're way more closer around the corner over there in that spot compared to over here in Las Vegas, which it's still not that far away from Mexico either, obviously. It only takes probably like half a day, 15, 22, 23 hours to probably get there to the border of Mexico. So if we just drove nonstop, it would probably be like 17 or 18 hours. But you know, it's just, the thing is I don't know, maybe because they had a lot more of the beaches and shit over there, and they have a lot more like, I don't know, I guess extra humidity, and the weather's a lot more tropical and a lot more extra, like, not normalized per se. It's just more like, it's harder for me to explain in words. Honestly, especially if I need the people out there, and just spend the things, because there's so many different fucking places and areas, regions out in California. It's a lot more different than others, you know. I know not all of it's just beaches and all that. There's some spots look like desert shitholes like this area. Or like how Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of Texas look like. Or maybe little super tiny areas of Utah, Wyoming, Colorado. I don't know. I don't know. But mainly my Hispanic Latino people, the ones that actually know how to cook real authentic Hispanic food, mainly the predominantly Mexican or Salvadorian at the most. You know that shit's a billion times more. It slaps. It's a hit. It's a bop. It's absolutely the bee's knees. It's one of the best fucking foods you're ever gonna try in your whole goddamn life. It's fucking phenomenal. Chef's fucking kiss for that, man. Because when I came back here to Vegas, it's just everything just, I'm not saying it tastes like shit still either. There's still some areas, it depends on the person who's cooking all that shit. If they're really authentically making Hispanic Latino foods out there from the motherland and doesn't taste like some white gringo fucking shit from America, like fucking Taco Bell or Jack in the Box or any of that shit. It actually tastes like a real Latino, like blood, sweat, and tears, actual, real, legit, authentic ass food, and it's not just fake processed frozen food bullshit. That's how you know it's the real fucking deal, especially if it's a real old viejita lady, an abuelita, or a grandma, or an auntie, a tia, or whatever that's real old that has years of experience doing it. You know you're eating the real actual shit, in my opinion. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna go way off track there. When I was San Diego Comic Con thing was happening, I had a lot of things I was going through and all that shit. Because I was going to take a trip besides with my roommates and all that. And I just got to see a couple places I didn't see before. You know, get to take a stroll down a couple iconic places I never saw in a really long time. I ain't get to see no Hollywood Boulevard or any of that stuff or San Francisco like I did last year, but you know what? It was still pretty fun, regardless. You know, there was like a thunderstorm when I was over there for a little bit, so I was scared I was going to get hit by lightning, but thank God, by the grace of Jesus God, I'm still here. And I didn't get killed from a thunder strike or lightning strike. You know, it looks like it could be lightning right now because it's really dark and windy out there right now. You guys probably can hear, but it's super extra windy out there right now. Anyways, well, guys, yapping at zero. Marvel's Tokon. I know this is from like January. No, July, not January. So I'm way older. It was in January. So it would have been around my birthday time if I was going to do it in January month. So yeah, Marvel's Tokon, Fighting Souls, Year 1 DLC. Cyclops Pheonix. It's only 30 seconds, real super short, or 29 seconds. The other one's a little bit longer, the Deadpool one, so without beating around the bush and bullshitting around, let's truly get it in. Let's go. I hope it's good. I have a feeling the Deadpool one's probably going to be a lot funny. It's a lot more longer, too. It's like 6 minutes or 8 minutes. So I don't know. I just hope it's good like the 90s cartoon was and the Marvel Rivals game was. We'll see it ourselves. All right. Let's truly get in. Let's jump in head first. Let's fucking go. Get it.
Listen to me. You will do nothing but reduce everyone to ash.
No, I can control it for long enough to do what I have to. I will save
this guy here again.
The new age of the Phoenix begins now.
Okay. So he's gonna play, what's it called, fuse with that other chick or whatever? It's not really that long, alright. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot, what's it called, more exciting and epicer than that, but then again, I don't really play the Marvel Rivals shit or any of those games. The last time I even played any sort of Marvel DC game, excluding like the Spider-Man games that came out a bunch of times over the years. I'm trying to remember the last one I played. It was probably between 2012 or 2014, so right after the PS4 came out, so like, I don't remember what it was. I don't know if it was a Marvel vs. Capcom game or if it was just like a Marvel puzzle game or any of that stuff. I think it might have been like a really, really old one before that, like during the Wii U era. So before the PS3, PS4 came around, or way before that. It might have been not even 2012 or 2014. It might have been earlier than that. I think it was like 2008 or 09. Way back when I was still like junior, senior high school back in the day. So it's been a super long ass time. The last time I played any Marvel video games at all. So as far as DC games, the last time I played for that was like the freaking way older game. I know it's not even new anymore. Like a lot of the Batman Arkham games, I played a couple of those, and then I played a few of the besides that. Not the Justice League ones, but another one. I'm trying to remember what it was. And that wasn't any of the Wonder Woman stuff or the Flash or any of that. Not the Justice League series either. I think it was either like, what's it called? Not the Green Lantern shit or any of that. So many of them that are out there. I'll probably say like the Game Boy Advance SP, like the Teen Titans thing, or Teen Titans, the one that wasn't really that good and a lot of Gen Zers liked a lot more than the Millennials did, which the one that was more hyperactive, like Steven Universe and all that shit, the Teen Titans Go might have been the last one I played, and I was like way back in 2013-14, so it's been 11, 12 years last time playing anything DC related, and then I guess the Marvel 2 things, Gods Against Us or Gods Among Us in 2012, so it has been a super long time since I played anything Marvel DC related. I mean, unless I count the thing for like Marvel's like Legos games or whatever, with the Avengers. I know the one I was playing a couple times in 2021, 2022, back when like I was still raising more of my nephew and all that. He was big into that, so I guess if you want to count that one, 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know. And then DC has been a super long time plays anything DC related to that freaking franchise. Anyways, let's keep going on to the next one. I'll see you guys in a quick second then. Deadpool one. Let's see how good that one goes. Alright, see you in a quick sec. Alright, so this one, like I said before, I'll say it again, the Marvel DC, or Marvel's Tokon, that's what I meant to say. Fighting Souls Deadpool official character reveal trailer. I should say that, yeah. Character guide, so This one came out a little bit more sooner because it's like the 10th or 11th I'm doing this video. So if it's not coming out Wednesday, Thursday, it'll probably be Saturday or something by the time this video gets released. As you know, I always take 1 or 2 weeks before I even upload a lot of my videos nowadays because I'm way more fucking lazy than normal. Then again, I have an IRL life, physical flesh and bone life I gotta live out there. I can't be with you guys all the time like that, unfortunately. Unless I was a Twitch IRL streamer, Kick IRL streamer, I could probably do that. But I ain't fucking with that shit. Nah, hell no. When somebody ends up pulling a knife or pop out GUN on me, it's over. I'm fricked. And I do carry a couple firearms on me just in case any bad effed up shit happens, God forbid. But anyways, without further ado, this one, it says, like I said before, I'll say it again, GameSpot. This thing's gotta be really funny. I don't know if it's still gonna be the guy Ryan Reynolds that's gonna play the voice actor of this, or it's just gonna be another dude that kind of personifies him, portrays him real good to be Ryan Reynolds. Whoever the voice actor ends up being, it should be really funny. It should be very, very crazy. He's probably gonna be breaking a lot of the fourth walls because that's what the best thing in the world, like Deadpool. I don't know if he's like a superhero, supervillain, or just the anti-hero. So I think he just unalives and takes people out regardless if they're good or bad. I don't know. Then again, I don't really idolize or worship or like really like get super extra deep like how some hardcore people that are Marvel or DC fans, they've read every single comic book, they've read every single lore story, backstory, fan fiction, whether it was legit from the Marvel actual company itself or it was just fake fan fiction bullshit that people made up on Reddit or 4chan or any of that mess. I don't fucking know. Yeah, not wasting guys' years, yapping around and beating around the bush. Let's go. Marvel Tokon Fightr.
I bet you're regretting we didn't do a thumb war instead of this. Say hello to my sexy friends. Me, myself, and I.
Actually did a freaking Tony Montana like Scarface reference there. Like I forgot he does a lot of references on pop culture. Only 2 other characters I could see him being like is the other fool. What was his name? The one from the PS1, PS2 era. If any guys were old school boomer millennials like me, you remember like the Gex the Gecko fool? He used to like do a lot of breaking the fourth wall breaks too. A lot of movie and pop culture stuff news. And a lot of like comedy stuff news and all that shit. The only other one I could think of besides him breaking the fourth wall a lot, unless you want to count those other 2 fools like in the Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon time, like Rocko's Modern Life. I think Heifer and Filbert used to break the fourth wall 2 times. And then the other fool, the Courage the Cowardly Dog, I think he broke the fourth wall a few times in the first 2 seasons. On the 3rd season, he kind of stopped doing that. And then, of course, in the other one, the one I used to talk about a lot of videos a lot back in the day, I don't even know, some of them might be, I don't know if I either privated them or enlisted them. They still might be around. You could look for them. You're more than welcome to look at it if you want. The chick from the season 4, generation 4, the MLPFIM for My Little Pony, Friendship Magic. I know Pinkie Pie, she used to break the wall a bunch of times too. It's only cartoon characters I know that would do that. As far as other heroes and villains that would do that, I'm not sure. Alright. Let's keep going.
Enter the Deadpool verse.
Take my little finger.
Good job pressing a button.
This is like what Street Fighter and Tekken and Mortal Kombat do all the time. This is like a tutorial guide on how to use them. You guys can read all that stuff. I ain't pausing it all.
Let's go grindhouse.
I feel like you
I like that. This isn't gonna be rated T for teen.
Damn.
Nice reaction time. You get to see me looking awesome.
Oh, there's a little flashbang in there.
Someone should be applauding now. I'm very needy.
There he is. Way weird as fuck.
What are you doing? Start playing! I do my own stunts!
There
Don't
he
try
goes.
this at home! Deadpool!
Like the freaking fourth wall there. That's all great. Oh my god.
Deadpool! I say this is weird, but it's you. Of course it's weird. I check that! No dashing! It's showtime!
Another one. Oh, so they could like slow down the freaking like.
You must be relieved they can't include too much gore.
Nice little.
Up and away!
I like using his weapon now. Still, that's crazy.
Stand back and watch my fabulousness!
The Roman symbol. Oh wow.
I will defend every comic reader. Someone bullet hole?
Oh, let's see. Of course, it'll be during the Doctor Doom thing because that movie's not going to come out till like December, so it's still like 4.5 months before that thing comes. I can't wait to see how crazy Marvel does with that movie. I really hope. Ain't no wokeness, no girl boss agenda shit. If they can make it like the last Spider-Man movie that came out late last month, that'd be freaking Cheesecake Factory loads of epicness there. I would love to see them do just as good as they did with that movie. If they do, as long as Marvel stays on the ball with that, they don't bring any political left-right paradigm bullshit or any politics stuff in there, or girl boss or wokey virtue signaling, because they didn't do any at all in the Spider-Man movie that came out last month. So fingers crossed, it ends up being just as good. That Doctor Doom movie that Robert Downey Jr. is gonna be in, hoping it's just as good. Oh yeah, that's that whole thing. Because I saw the first 3 Deadpool movies that had Ryan Reynolds in it. He's always real crazy and fascinating. I don't know where it comes from. It's like how Sonic the Hedgehog was with chili cheese dogs. He's super obsessiveness with chili cheese dogs. It's crazy. Or any other character super over obsessed with some sort of food or drink or soda or maybe an alcohol drink. Who knows? I don't know what it is, but he always likes the chimichangas all the time. It's fun. I really love that chimichanga. I didn't think that was real Mexican food either. I think that was just like a white people, like, no offense to Caucasian white people that are watching, but it was just some white person probably in California, Florida, or Texas that made up some white Caucasian version of like a taco or what's it called, a carne asada or any of that shit, real Mexican food, and they just gringofied it. And that's how they made chimichangas. Because when I went to go visit my family in Mexico years ago, there was no, when I was in El Salvador or Mexico, like chimichangas didn't exist at all. So that's why I ran in there. I was like, oh, I guess that was some fake Mexican version food that we get in the United States. So that's why I didn't see no chimichangas anywhere around. Just pretty fucking crazy, honestly. So fortunately, it sucks because I actually do like eating chimichanga shit. Those shits are pretty badass as hell, honestly. It's the same thing as burritos and all that word too. So those are both American freaking things, just like hot dogs, hamburgers, and cheeseburgers, and French fries and pizzas. That's pretty much America. And I'm still fucking, I love this fucking taste. Good. Damn.
My old school move!
Good. Good over. Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat now for Tekken. Doesn't matter if Tekken 3 is it. Maybe we want Tekken 9 and Tekken 10. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Jake Boy! I'm dizzy! So elegant! I didn't do that!
Really beautiful references. Because I didn't
Breaking you and the
fourth wall.
wall!
Oh, man. This shit's gotta be funny.
You is no prisoner.
Oh wow. One way of I wonder what that reference is. I don't know what that reference is. It's a 780s freaking old school TV or movie music track or something like that. Oh, flip that. I didn't see when I first flip that. Man. Flip on flip that or something.
Sorry, bud. Not while I wait.
Hold on a quick ass second. Give me one super fast. Alright, we're back again. That's the flip side of the thing.
You are now an official Deadpool affiliate.
Oh, okay. So it helps with another way. The ghost side
Let me at him. I'm in so many movies. Unfiltered.
Oh, so this is like the final moves.
You're gonna love this.
So these final moves are like pictures of a final.
No more evil deeds. Gorgeous and
Awesome.
body.
Oh,
What a
the boots are trying
The screen's getting crowded. Did that do it?
Oh, I got other Deadpool people. I didn't know that.
Deadpool's assembled.
You got other Deadpool members and it's freaking good too. I didn't even know you had one that was like dog related. I know I've seen one that had a girl with it before.
Stay down. Baby, can't take the Yes. Here we go. Say hello to my second friend. Come on, kid. Deadpool.
Wow.
EWGS! What time?
Going to the Empire.
You're gonna love this! No more evil deeds! I am the perfect merc! Here we go, Team of time!
Oh, you got the blade dude. That's his name.
You should know we got the big wig to sign off on all this.
Oh my lord.
As your biggest fan, it was an honor to beat you, Captain. That makes me #1 on the hero leaderboard, right?
Okay. Yeah, I gotta see that back there again. Hold on.
As your biggest fan, it was an honor to beat you, Captain. That makes me #1.
English house. Oh, it's the same dude that did the other noise. Oh, he's the same guy. I've seen this dude's voice acting thing before. His name. The Nolan North dude. I think it was in June, July when I did the reaction to what was it called? King of Fighters Fatal Fury thing. City of the Wolves. He did one of the voice acting for one of those fighter dudes in there. It's the last one I did. I don't remember his fucking name. The Japanese one was Takaido Kayusha, French. Stephanie Rontresque, Italian, Francesco May, German, Christopher Ardenet, however you say it, because I don't speak German, I have no idea what that language is. Spanish, Juan Soles, Sorel. I think that's how you say it, I don't know. You know, Spanish is my second language, but I don't use it that much, so. And Brazilian Portuguese and Latin American Spanish. Luis Pimenta, Pepe Tono Marisas. Korean actor was Kang Swang Woon, and in Mandarin is Chinese, Hu Ying. All right. Yeah, so they had a lot of voice actors everywhere from almost around the world to play his voice, besides the English version. All right. Damn, I must have. I hope they paid him a shitload of good money for that.
On the hero leaderboard, right?
Fight together! Win together! That was incredible! I couldn't even do that with cheats.
Okay. Wasn't that long? It was almost a whole week ago when it opened. All right. All right, so last but not least, like I normally say, finalized overall thoughts, views, vibes, opinions. Like I normally say, vibes, thoughts, harsh, broad opinions, all different types of emotional types of takes. Hopefully not out of pocket or controversial takes. God forbid, I hope not. And last but definitely not least, unhinged thoughts, bullet points, tipping point skills, world views, all different types of randomized, weird tipping scale points, and of course, wild ass continuity freaking thoughts, and last but definitely speculation, top of my head, top of my brain, top of my cranium, dome, skull here, neurons going off, real raw thoughts. It was pretty alright. It wasn't like the greatest thing in the world, but it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen in the whole entire world, but it was still pretty cool, pretty badass. I liked it. The one that they have for Cyclops Pheonix, I wish it would have been more than just 29 seconds or 30 seconds. Would have been a lot better if it was 5 or 8 minutes like how this one was. Gives a good chunk of gameplay and actual, not just the scenes and the freaking story stuff that they're telling us about, but the actual gameplay, raw gameplay, beta gameplay. See if it's going to be the same with the other one, since this came out literally a whole week ago. By the time you guys see it, it's probably going to be a week and a half ago. So it's going to be way older. My freaking reaction can be completely irrelevant by the time this even gets posted to YouTube. Who knows? And of course, last few things I'll say about it. There's two things I want to say about it. Is that as far as the music and everything goes, yeah, I wasn't expecting the music was going to be the best thing in the world, and it was. It will still end up being the greatest thing of all time. And like a lot of the one for Deadpool had a lot more like weird, crazy, like 2000s, early mid late 2010s, sort of like techno trance. A lot of like really like super fast, intense like sort of music you play from like the Sega series games, from the Sonic the Hedgehog shit, or some of the real intense like the early mid 2010s like fighting games that they used to have that was based off anime, but then they making the video games later, like the Hero Academia shit, or Jujutsu Kaisen, or Attack on Titan, all that other good stuff, or One Punch Man. Like it feels like it's its own little universe of music. So big up, gotta give massive credit to the freaking music, OST music score artists, people that made a lot of the music for this game. Sounds badass, sounds pretty awesome. Feel a bit of mini nostalgia for it, if you want to call it that. And the last few things I'll say is like, the only thing I wasn't crazy about, I know this is going to sound really weird because it only showed like 2 stages of the whole entire thing the whole time, was like the stage arenas and the levels. I wasn't really crazy about it too much. I wish I would have had a little bit more life into it. I just feel kind of dull and bland. Like the only thing you had was that background was like, I don't know if he was like the dude like from the freaking, what's it called? The Chris Hemsworth movie they did for Thor and Thor Dark 2, The Dark World, and then the other Thor Ragnarok. Was that like that same mechanical enemy robot you had to fight, and then Thor ends up unaliving it and taking it out forever? He just unalives the crap out of it and destroys it after he started throwing these laser beams all the place. I know it's the movie that had Natalie Portman on. It looks like that one, and then the other one that Robert Downey Jr.'s character plays as Iron Man Tony Stark and creates the freaking I can't believe I forgot his name. The one they had before Thanos was the other one. I can't believe I forgot his name. I think his name was like the one that ends up being like Jarvis, but he ends up being evil and fucked up and really messed up. But like, I think his name was Zero something. I forgot what his name was. It wasn't Thanos. It was before Thanos. Ended up being a thing later. Like he ends up destroying the whole Earth and all that, and destroy half of the universe, but then he lets the other half live. I want to call him Xerox. It's not Xerox though. I think his name was Gantos or something like that. Tatalios. I don't know what his fucking name was, but he looks like that robot dude there that he created too. It ended up being a virus or something like that, and he creates his own body and ends up being super ultra evil and tries to take over the world. I'm just gonna fucking look it up on Wikipedia. Hold on. Okay, so after like 5-10 minutes of trying to look for it on here, his name was Ultron. That's what his name was. Ultron was the one I was trying to think about. But anyways, yeah, as far as all that goes, yeah, the music was alright. There was team workers. They definitely hopefully get a real good paycheck like all the voice actors and of course the game developers that put all their blood, sweat, and tears into this freaking game. Hopefully it's really good. The only thing I did hear about is that like it's gonna be the first time ever that like I don't know if it's gonna be the first time ever or not. Probably is though. Who knows? That like on this Marvel's Tokon Souls or whatever game, whatever it was, Tokon Battle of Souls, whatever the hell it's called. I thought it was just called Marvel's Tokon, besides Marvel Rivals. This isn't gonna have no physical CD or disc or any of that. It's just gonna be straight up uploaded from the cloud, and that's it. That's really fucked up in my opinion. Since, like I said before, I said again, I'm an old school, super old school grandpa boomer millennial motherfucker that used to love collecting the shit out of his freaking physical tangibility games, from old school video game cartridges to old school freaking CD things and all that. So what else? The old school Nintendo shit I used to have, from like the old school Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, 2DS, 3DS, 3DS XL, 2DS XL, all the freaking cartridges. I used to love having the shit in my hand, knowing that these billionaire, trillionaire corporate companies could never take it back away from me. That's my fucking ownership. But fortunately, a lot of Gen Zers, and probably a lot, especially a lot more Gen Alpha and Gen Beta, they're never going to be able to own none of their video games ever again. It's pretty much just going to be a rental service. Until that billion-dollar, trillion-dollar company, if it ever ends up running out of business, or they just decide not to have people play no more, they can unplug it away and you'll never be able to play that video game ever the fuck again. You're fucked immediately up the ass. Which is really sad, but by the time 2030 gets here, it's probably not gonna ever exist ever again. I'm gonna be really fucking heartbroken about that, but it is what it is. I did say when I was in my early and late 20s, I was never gonna play video games ever again, even though here I am in my mid-late 30s, and I still play video games, so whether that changes or not, I don't know. I don't know who the fuck knows at this point. And last but not least, of course, all the little freaking breaking the fourth walls that he did, that was really, really hilarious when we broke the fourth walls. He had his whole teammate of other Deadpool members. I never knew there was a dog version of a Deadpool too. That's crazy. So I knew there was a guy one and there was like a female chick too. They even had a robot one. I never knew about this. Like I said before, I'll say it again, I didn't grow up reading every single Marvel or DC comic ever known to man. I never spent a shit ton of my time with that. Most of my time was spent on was either that time when I was a 90s, 2000s kid, last teenager, was either I was collecting a lot of either Pokemon cards or a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh cards here and there, and a shit ton of Digimon Dragon Ball Z cards. I was collecting a shitload of those at the time, reading a little bit of manga here and there, and of course watching a shit ton of superhero movies and superhero freaking cartoons at the time when I was growing up with that time period of my life, and collecting a shitload of fucking, what else? Oh yeah, I even collected these old Gen 1, Gen 2 things. They don't sell them anymore, but in Pokemon Gen 1 and Gen 2, when they used to have those little metal tops things, these little coin things you used to flip or whatever. I think when Gen 3 came out, they just made them into plastic because people were getting too hurt. The little kids were throwing them in the kids' faces and we were hurt real bad. So it made out of metal, so they just made them into plastic instead so they didn't get hurt. But other than that, that's pretty much all I gotta say. The only thing is, my complaints and my gripes that I have with this, like I said before, I'll say it again, stages could have been a lot better. The voice acting was pretty good. It wasn't the greatest, but it was still pretty good already overall. Some of the fighting parts were pretty good, but I feel like one or two were kind of like, not choppy or slow, but kind of like silly and pointless a little bit. They could have like, you could never given that many skill shots or whatever. I don't know. And like maybe like a lot of the names for the attacks could have been a lot better, in my opinion. That's pretty much it. Everything else of the game looks pretty good so far, and that's it. One man's playing with this one. That's all I gotta say for now. I'm out here. It's extremely dark. In real life, it's still got a tiny bit of sunlight left, so I don't know why it's so dark on my phone. That is what it is. As always, my friends, stay in the grind, stay safe, stay healthy, peace with yourself, peace out with sauerkraut. Ladies and guys, you epic, wonderful, badass, amazing, kick-ass individual audience peoples up on the flip side. Stay extra calm, stay extra safe. So I'm gonna say awesome, amazing, wonderful, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Deuces goodbye. See you guys whenever I see you, and don't like big government or big pharma, big government, big tech, or big anything tell you what the fuck to do. Don't take any freaking crazy scheme shots in your arm, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, take care. Goodbye. I'm gone. Deuces. Talk to you guys soon. I'm out. See you next time. I'm out here. Later.